All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking on Wion Adesa, where the temple town of Mahabalipuram, that is also known as Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu, is gearing up to welcome the Chinese President Xi Jinping. So the temple town is hosting the second informal summit between the Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The President Xi will be arriving in India later this afternoon. The Chinese President will first land in the capital city of Tamil Nadu, Chennai, which is about 55 kilometers away from Mahabalipuram. Chennai has been gearing up to welcome Xi Jinping. More than 1,000 school students created a formation of President Xi's name in Mandarin. And they also sat in the sun wearing these remarkable-looking Xi Jinping masks.
Don't sit down like that.
And also various cutouts of Xi Jinping were got ready, and children sat through wearing these masks as a part of this function. And this is similar to what was witnessed in Gujarat, where the Modi masks had become a huge sensation at a point of time.
We are doing one program for the China presidents who are coming to India in Mahabalipuram, and we are Tamilians, so we are proud to do this program, and we love China, we love India.
Now, the second informal summit between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi Jinping, of course, aims to take forward the commitments decided by the two leaders in China's Wuhan back in the year 2018. Back then, it was called Resetting India-China ties. So it's a year and a half since the Wuhan summit, and it remains to be seen as to how much has been achieved since the two leaders had last met in another informal setting on the 27th of April in 2018. Notably, the summit is taking place when Pakistan, which calls China its all-weather ally, is of course trying to internationalize the Kashmir issue. In fact, the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been pushing Beijing for support on Kashmir despite being isolated globally. Now, China, on the other hand, has done a bit of a balancing act in a joint statement that was issued ahead of the meeting. Beijing has stressed on the importance of the bilateral agreements, the United Nations Charter and also the UNSC resolutions. The United States and China's trade war is also another issue that shadows the meeting. Meanwhile, experts remain a little divided in terms of what could be the outcome of the summit. However, it is expected that the results could well be positive when the two leaders, of course, meet. And Wion's Siddhant Sibil is presently in Mahabalipuram. He's been tracking all the developments that are unfolding there, and he sent us this report.
I'm in Mahabalipuram, and the town is all set to host the big India-China informal summit, the second informal summit. And if I can show you the town around me, it's a ghost town today. It's almost deserted. The roads are empty, and the security personnel are present in full force. In fact, the educational institutions in the town have been closed. This is the road which will be taken by the Chinese president and the Indian Prime Minister to the center of the town where the UNESCO World Heritage Sites are located. The Shore Temple and the Panch Rathas, and the Indian Prime Minister will be showing the connect between this town and of course China. There have been traditional ties long time back during the Pallava dynasty in 6th and the 8th century. There were there were ships sailing from this place to China. So this will be the big focus, but by and large both sides will be talking about other things as well, convergences, as well as resolving any major issues between these two large countries of Asia. With video journalist Dinesh and Siddhant Sibil for Wion in Mahabalipuram in the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu for Wion.